Hello, hello, hello. I just need to pop out my chat. Reduce the box size here. Tile them. Get that out of the way. Get my Manicam where I can reach it. And now this is my first stream with my new camera. So this is a test to see how things are going. And I need to tweet. Okay. There we go. So I'm just waiting for people to come. Hello, Joan. Hey there. Hi, Zoe. Now, let me know if you guys get a lot of buffering because I put it on 1080 just to see what happened. So if we get a lot of buffering, I'll go out and switch it back to 720 and see. Hey, wee hootie. Hey, Vicky. Any buffering, you guys? Hey, Dee Dee. You have buffering? Not, wee hootie has none. Use DDCs and here's. Okay, good. Good, good, good. All right, well, just let's see. Hi, Eileen. For those just coming in, I'm testing my new camera to decide whether or not to keep it. It's supposed to have, it has a wider viewing range, a 90-degree viewing range, so the widescreen is wider. It has 5 times zoom, so I can zoom in even farther. Oh, you have the pink thing, Eileen? Oh, hey, Mindy. Hey, Helen. Yeah, hover over your video screen and click the live. But, I mean, if it keeps buffering, I'm going to switch it back to 720. I'm trying it on 1080. I'll switch it back if there's too much buffering. But I have to leave and come back live to do that. At first you did? Okay, we'll give it a few minutes. Let's do this part. And then if we have too much buffering when I start to watercolor, my other thing, I will come back. Okay, Zoe. Sometimes it buffers until you get kind of settled in. So what I'm just going to do first, quick as a test run here, is I bought the Derwent metallic pencil crayons. Now, when I bought them, I didn't even realize they were water soluble until someone told me when I got home. So I didn't buy them for that reason. I bought them because they looked like lovely metallic colors. And in Prisma, you get a gold and a silver and a bronze metallic. They're okay, but I don't like them as much as I like the other Prisma colors. But these, let me try and show you the shimmer. You know, it's hard to show shimmer, but they do have a pretty nice metallic shimmer. Hey, Linda. LA. Hey, Nick and Tina. Tina. Uh-oh. Huh. Well, I am on Chrome and I did install the Flash, so I guess Flash was not the issue then. It worked on Thursday. Nobody had the Flash on me on Thursday. Darn it. Yeah, try going up to 1080. Since I'm broadcasting at 1080, go up to 1080 and see if that works instead of just whatever the auto gives you. Because I know the other day at Janet's, auto gave me like 240, and I was having buffering issues, but when I went up to 720, I didn't have any issues. So try going up to 1080 and see if that helps. Yes, Eileen, but I moved mine up to 1080, so I may have to move it back, and I will. No. So I swatched them all on black, and then I swatched them all on white. The green is like it's a very pretty, it's like a sage green. And the yellow is more of a chartreuse. Oops, sorry, I have to move it down. Okay. Yeah, there's lots of factors weighing in on this. The server that I'm attached to, the server that you're watching on, sun flares. Let's blame it on sun flares. Anyway, so like I said, I will evaluate at the end of this. So I did not test them yet on on watercolor paper as soluble. People said their metallic effect disappears. So no difference when you move to 1080. Yeah, but if it's only a flash for a second, I mean, like, what's the big deal, right? Like, to me, it's like, what's the big deal if there's some weird flash? Hopefully YouTube will fix it. Oh, Dee Dee sent me a link on how to do a live YouTube, but from Hangouts. So those of you who were around years ago will remember Stick'em and the fun that we used to have on Stick'em. Stick'em was an online site where you could go and up to 12 people could be on video, like a video chat, and then X number of people, anyone who wasn't on video chat, were able to be, like a live chat. And we used to hang out every single night on Stick'em and just chat, and everybody do their own art. Those who didn't want to be on video just were in the live chat. And I mean, we had so much fun. Well, then Stick'em, we had a private room, but some people misused Stick'em, as always. People misuse things. Oh, and there was terrible things going on, like basically hardcore porn almost. Our room was private, which means I had to allow people, people to be able to come in. So we kept it only to our art group, only people we knew. So we didn't have to deal with that. Well, once people figured out, poor Dee Dee, once people figured out how to make the private room, Dee Dee and them had an interesting night. Well, Zoe, the thing is, when we do the Hangouts, you could have up to 10 people in the room. Now, when we did, so once Stickum became defunct, Google had come out by then with Google Hangouts. But at Google Hangouts, only 10 could come in, and the chat wasn't open. So there was no open chat. So once you had your 10 people in, no one else could come in. So it was still fun, but it was more limiting. You know, the people, you can only have 10 instead of 30 or 40 people hanging out. Well, of course, back then when we did Google Hangouts, Google was not owned by YouTube. So since now that Google owns YouTube, you can stream live through Hangouts. So it's still going to broadcast to YouTube. There'll still be that live chat on YouTube, but the video will come through Hangouts, which means if I want to have Dee Dee and Jen and Kathy Berg and Janet on video with me, we can all be on video doing art together and broadcasting on YouTube channel, whoever hosts it. So if I'm hosting it, then it would go out on my channel. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, make sure I have them all. Hey, Judy. Hey, Joycey. Yeah, we can do up to 10 people. We can do it on Hangouts, yeah. So as long as you have a camera, you can do that. All right, so now I'm going to try these on watercolor paper. And since they are wax-based, I'm going to use my water brush. Hey, Joie. Oh, Dee Dee. I'm not sure if you saw my recording, but I have a French lesson for you, Dee Dee. Minuet de bonheur. Minuet de bonheur. Minuet de bonheur. Hear that R on the bonheur? Bonheur. Hey, Dr. Dot. You'll forget it. That's funny. Okay, so I'm going to do these two ways. That's the pewter. Oh, there's the silver. I love the pewter. What did I do? I picked up the silver and then I put it back down. Silly girl. All right, so I'm going to do these two ways. I'm going to do a sample. Sally Ann, Snickerbocker. Hey, Martha, how are you? It's been forever. Gosh. So, let's see what they're like. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to pick it up directly from the pencil and swatch it that way, see what happens. You get a much better, I use too much water over here, so it's not really fair representation. Okay, I used a little too much water. Okay, pewter is next. ACB. Hey, Janet. For those of you, I'm trying 1080 right now, my new camera, for this first section where I'm swatching my Derwent pencils. And if there's too much buffering, I'll go back to 720. Oh, see, I love that pewter. That pewter is lovely. And I really don't care that it's I didn't. Of course, once they dry, because of the, they lose their metallic, which is fine because they're lovely colors. Next, I want the gold. Oh no! Oh, good. Well, not good that you had the pinched nerve or the surgery, but hope the surgery makes it better. So this is the gold. It's kind of a greenish gold. All right, now I'm going to take it directly off the tip of the pencil. It's a little smoother. It's a little smoother when you take it right off the pencil. It's easier to get a nice gradation when you take it off the pencil. So these are Derwent's metallic, water-soluble pencils. But I am going to try them on the black. This is just black cardstock, so it may bleed. It may not work at all on the black, but we'll see. Then there's an antique gold. Now it's drying. It's not quite as greenish. Oh, that's yellow. Oh, this must be the antique gold. Try not to press too hard, because if you press too hard and leave lines, then it's more difficult to get a nice wash. The pigment's not as great on that one, but let's see from the tip what happens. Of course, a lot of people want the pencils to be able to get into small places, and then I bought them before I even knew they were water soluble, so I just wanted them for their metallic, for coloring or adding details or whatever. Okay, so this one is not as cooperative as far as releasing pigment. This antique gold, it's being a little more ornery. I didn't really notice that when I was coloring. There we go. All right. So it took a little more convincing to release the pigment on the antique gold. I'm not in focus? Oh, it looks focused on my side. Look, it looks focused to me. No, I ended up just getting the Derwent CB. I put the other ones back. I was going to get both, and then decided just to keep the Derwent. Do you guys see me clearly? Because look, my watch is very clear. Okay. Bronze. Yes, Joycey. I can see clearly now, the rain has gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Sorry, voice is still not back. I think I've permanently lost my voice from that flu a year and a half ago. It does dissolve very nicely, though. Okay. Lovely. They're very subtle colors. You're not going to get any big blast of bold color, definitely, but that's fine. Copper. I'm just coloring very light touch. Hey, Jillian. Hey, Kathy. These are my Derwent Metallic. Well, Dot, I'm streaming at 1080, so put it up to 1080 because I've switched to 1080. So put it up to 1080 and see if that helps you out. So what's the buffering situation, ladies? Is it somewhat stable? This is my new camera. Can you guys see? Well, I'll show my other paintings and I'll show my journal, and that'll give a better idea of if there's any difference in the quality of the video. So, oh. Oh, okay. So Kathy, no buffering. All right, good. Eileen, you're... Uh-oh. Okay, so some people are still having issues, some aren't. It's so hard. All right, red is next. This is more of a, to my eye, that's red. To my eye, this is more of like a rose. Oh, that broke. It's more of a rose color than a red. It's more like a dusty red, dusty rose. It's not a pure red. But I guess when you're doing metallic, it's hard to get a true red in a pigment. They'd have to put an awful lot of pigment in it, I would think. Oh, did I still have the low latency? Yes, I checked that, I believe. Dee Dee, yes. But these are lovely and smooth. They're just as smooth as, excuse me. They're just as smooth as Prismas. I'm going to redo that silver because I had way too much water coming. All right, so it's a little more red when you add the water. See what it's like? It's kind of like a dusty red, but it's a little more of a cherry red there when you wet it. Now that's diluted very nicely, actually. Okay, so pink is next. I think pink. it looks very lilac. More looks like a lilac to me rather than pink. Oh, well, not when you wet it. When you wet it, it's like opera rose pink. It's like opera pink. Woohoo! Wow, I like that better than baby pink. I'm not a fan of, as you guys know. Quite different color when you wet it. It's nice for flowers. Okay. You can see it's drying down quite a bit, so it loses a fair amount of its vibrancy, but you would just have to layer it. Purple. This must be the purple one. Purple. Oh, let's do the before I get to the purple. Let's do that silver again. There we go. Me too, CB, actually. True, Dee Dee. Maybe Martha's using the same equipment. Now, Dee Dee, you will probably know Sally Ann as Not That Martha. She used to be Not That Martha on Ustream. Rather than Sally Ann. Okay, sorry. I was on purple. Purple. So they don't have their metallic shimmer, at least on white, after you wet them, but they are very pretty colors. I have to find my Look coloring book. Man, that's going to be... I'm fixing my desk this weekend, come heck or high water. I'm going to crochet tonight after my stream. And then tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to work in this dang room. You were going to call her Snick. Oh, dear. I don't think Ange would be here because she has no power. I will be, Joan. It's the plan. Snowstorm coming tomorrow, so I don't know. My knees may not cooperate. My knees and legs get really bad during low pressure systems. So, but I hope to. Gorgeous. Oh my. That is pretty. Lovely turquoise almost. Yeah, it's a lovely turquoise. Look at that. Very pigment rich. Very lovely blue. Very pretty, like a cerulean blue. Oh, CB is pretzel? Yes, these are the Derwent Metallics. I just colored them on white. If I get them in the right way of that light, you can see the shimmer. And on black. They lose their shimmer, though. There's no shimmer once they're watercolored. There's no shimmer. Yeah, it must be, Dee Dee. I really thought it was going to be the Flash. I thought it was going to be the Flash issue, but obviously it's not. Obviously, the Flash issue was not Flash. YouTube is changing things because they're getting ready to do a new studio format. Some of it's out, some of it's not. So that could be the issue. There is no way to contact YouTube directly to a forum where you get answers which are probably best guesses by other people who are on YouTube. So, I mean, hello. You can't get anyway. So, anyway. Hey, Lena. I'm not painting yet. I've got 2 more pencils to watercolor here. Yellow. Well, we'll see when I add water, but when you color, it's chartreuse, not yellow. But we'll see. When I wet it, maybe it'll go pure yellow. That's still chartreuse. But I prefer that to yellow anyway, so that's all right. It's more of a chartreuse. Now on screen it looks more yellow, but in real life it's a little bit greenish. Just like a really bright chartreuse. Yes, I did, Lena. I was going to get both, but I don't have anything by the other company. So, and I have stuff from Derwent, so I knew the Derwent would be like good, even though apparently Lindsay didn't like them much when she tried them, but when the water soluble. The colors, the metallics are a little bit as far as pigment goes, but the color ones are gorgeous. Okay. Now I had a quick setup and I tried the 4K with my Manicam because Manicam, it says, is 4K ready. But even with my really good Mac, now if I had a Mac Pro, not a MacBook Pro, but a Mac Pro like Barb has, I could probably use the 4K. But there was quite a delay. So this is a real minty sage. When you wet it, it's like a mint green, but down here it's more like a sage green. But when you wet it, it's minty. So you get more than one color with each pencil. A different color when you water it. Some of them are quite different. There we go. So that's what they look like wet. I really wish we could contact. So I'm going to try this. I have a sneaky feeling it's not going to be very successful because of the fact I don't know whose black cardstock this is, but I know that Michael's black cardstock, when you get it wet, and I don't know. Yeah, this could be Staples. So maybe Staples is not too bad. No, it can't be Staples because they don't have black 110. This isn't heavy enough. This must be the, yeah. See, it doesn't do anything on the black. I don't have black watercolor, so I can't test it on watercolor. Let's try the yellow. It just soaks in because it's just cardstock, so it's not going to work. No, even the yellow won't work. So I knew that. It's not watercolor paper, so it's not going to work. Okay, so guys, is the buffering bad enough that I should is the buffering bad enough that we should switch? Should switch down to 720? No buffering, Joycey? Okay. Welcome back, Tina. Or Nick, whichever one it is. No buffering, it's not bad. Okay, I will continue then. Okay, let me put these out of my way. I need to put them in with my... Now I don't know whether to put them in with my watercolor pencils or in with my Prismas. That'll be the question. Yeah, well, the pink pixeling is not going to change by me going down to 720. So now, to my eyes, looking at this, it seems a lot clearer than the other day with my other camera. It's really hard to tell, to compare. I will have to open the two streams side by side to see. Okay, Karen, see you later. All right, so let me open up here for you. Okay, so this is exotic locations is the prompt. So this is what I am going to be working on today. So I need to put it in the corner here. All right. Sorry, just got to get it pulled up on my camera here. Get it in the bottom. There we go. Alrighty. Sorry for the noise. I know ASML or whatever it's called, but I don't like it at all. Random noise bugs me. The newest big thing now popping up on YouTube or Facebook apps is this white noise maker that helps you sleep. Are you kidding me? Help me sleep? Sheesh. That would torture me. I'd have it thrown out the window before 5 minutes would go by. Try making me listen to stupid oceans or raindrops or white noise. Yeesh. No, thank you. All right, let me see. I think I might need my I found my angle brush, by the way. It was up in my container on my stand. Oh, really? I didn't see you post it, Lena. Thanks, Martha. Yeah, well, a little bit, Dee Dee, but I'll just ignore the chat. How's that? Okay. I mean, I asked people to tell me at the beginning because I wanted to know what was up. But now that I know it is still doing it, you don't have to tell me. We know it's basically at the same time for everybody. Okay, so got my brushes ready. All right, where's my neat? Oh, yes. All right, I'm going to zoom out just a smidge. Oh, hold on. Oh. Just a moment. Uh-oh, what happened? One moment, please. I shut it instead of just putting it down lower. Sorry about that, guys. All right, advanced. There we go. Oh, it's not changing the zoom. That's really strange. Oh, there we go. Jeez Louise, Jean. Sometimes I wonder where my brain is. There we go. Make sure I'm focused. I don't know what I did there for. Sorry, looking for my autofocus. 1 minute, please. Oh, 1 moment. Okay, autofocus. There we go. All right. So, I don't really have, my horizon line is hidden because so I don't really need that. Because of the way the hills go. So I am going to draw in, found my other pencil. It was in the wrong container. Get my little eraser out here. Hey, Monique. Hey, Allie. Right about here. Poor Sharon, I haven't been able to get to the post office. Actually, I think I have a parcel there too. I ordered off Zazzle. I ordered a couple of Linda things, so I think they're out in the mailbox. I think the the parking lot's clear today. Out down, so I'll have to go before it snows tomorrow. Hello, there's my button. Okay. I don't think I need to draw in that other lighter section there. So first, I need to decide on my colors. So I need a blue-green for the background. So I think I'm going to mix a little bit of sorry, I need to get my no, don't want to show myself. Turn the camera around. All right. So I'm going to, I think, use some turquoise with emerald green. And I think that will give me the color I want for the background. There's my bottle. And then I'm going to need my yellowish green and some olive green and the green for the background. There is a little shack. Oops, I almost forgot to draw in my shack. Okay, it's right about here. I'll put it right here. Okay. Uh-oh, Vicky. Yeah, I guess for certain papers, you're probably best off using I probably should be using a kneaded eraser too. All right. Here we go. Mixing my colors. All right. So, first of all, some of this yummy phthalo green, which is similar to a phthalo. And I'm going to mix a little bit of the blue in with it, just to blue it down a little bit. Let's test it out. That's pretty good, except I want it watered down because I want it to be fairly pale. Ooh. Back. Okay. Sorry, my head's likely right in front of the camera. I don't know if it's under the camera or not. Okay. I'm going to use my Mimic number 6 round brush. Yeah, that's too small. Silver Black Velvet, here you come. And I may have to go over this with, once it dries, it may be. It looks like the right color, but right now it looks more blue, but I'm going to take some of the yellowish green. Hold on. Water it way down. Now, way too. I knew it would be, but I was just trying. Just trying to get a little texture in there so that you know that there's trees there, but they're way off in the misty mist. There we go. I think I'll leave it because I like that. Would have worked better if I'd used a tissue instead of a napkin, but oh well. Well, my poor sister Janet has Raynaud's syndrome. So even on nice, cool summer evenings, her fingers turn totally white. And if you touch them, it's like touching ice cubes. So her fingers and her toes aren't quite as bad as her fingers, but still get bad. Yeah, Jenna, you can get them. I don't know if you have Costco in your nearest city. Well, there must be at Joplin. They have you can get a big box of them at Joplin. That's where my sister gets them at Costco. One moment, need a nice drink of coffee. Oh, Allie, that's wonderful. Yay for your grandma. Obviously, one old lady. Reminder, she has to use her walker at all times from now on. My cousin's worried about her dad for that same reason because he's stubborn, won't use his. So I'm going to use my angle brush here to put down my first layer here. I think I'm going to take a little bit of olive and mix it with that green because that yellowish green's just, we want it bright for the first layer, but I think. Oh, I should have wet it first. Dang it. Darn it. I also messed up the background. This is supposed to come all the way down. Darn it. Now there's going to be definitely a line. I don't know. There's a pencil line there, and I don't know why. Oh, I'll just make it green. Forget it. Stop. Dang it. I think I need to use my flat brush for this one. bright right now. And it is, but it's just the first layer, remember. Never flip out. It's just the first layer. All right, let's draw. I think part of the problem with my cousin's father, is that he wakes up and he feels pretty good and he gets up and he forgets that he needs his. Sometimes it's just that he refuses. Times he gets up and he's had a knee replacement and his knee feels so good he forgets that his other knee is not good and his hips aren't good and that he's old and his balance is gone and goes without his walker. Okay, Joycey. All right, so now we need to start with our darker greens. All right. I must say these wet and mix very nicely and very quickly, which is nice. Go smaller one, I'm not sure. I'll see. This should work. It's my number 4. Jealous. Oh, now don't go telling her that, Monique. She'll be looking on Amazon right now for it. Go telling her something like that. Gosh. Yeah, I got a new cane. It's just plain old black. It's a pretty black, though. Kind of like a charcoaly black. With the Hugo foot on the stone and oh, darn it, messed that up. Joycey, hover over your screen. Hover over your video screen, and in the bottom right-hand corner, there's like 5 little icons. When you hover over the middle rectangle, it should say default view. Click on that and it'll bring it back up. It'll put it back to normal. You must have accidentally hit theater mode. So hover over your video. That bottom right-hand corner, there's 5 there. I think it's 5. Anyway, the middle one is the default view. Click on that. Bye, Dee Dee. Okay, Dee Dee, thanks. Thanks for dropping in and thanks for that link. We'll have to try a hangout one day. but no one's streaming. Oops, that went a little crooked. Am I on screen yet? Yay, Vicky. Know the feeling? Mine was working until I had my slip at babysitting. Oops. So I'm doing wet on dry here for these layers, just for a little extra control of the wash. And I need a little yellow ochre. Where do I have the yellow ochre? No yellow ochre. Uh-oh, hold on. I guess I'll have to use raw sienna, I think. Because there's no yellow ochre. How can they not have yellow ochre? How did I not notice that? Oh yeah, there's their yellow ochre. But I think I'm going to go with raw sienna. The yellow ochre is not quite brown enough for me. All right. Oh. Sienna. Actually, I think even the green might need to have some yellow, some of this sienna over top of it. So I have to get a little texture in there, but for now, I'm just trying to get... Actually, I think it needs a wash of this. So I'm going to go over this whole thing. Light green, dark green, and this is not landscapey realistic greens, either one of them. So I think just a light layer of raw sienna will tone it down to some more earthy, realistic color, I think. We'll see. Remember, I'm still playing with my white nights, still figuring out their tonal strength and how they dry. Okay, I think that's a little better. All right, now I'll dry that, and now I can get some more. Looks a little bit brighter on screen than it does in real life. Thanks, Kathy. Thanks, Nick. Or Tina. All right, so that toned down the colors nicely. Now, some warm yellow here. Oops. All right, so now I'm going to get my rake brush. And I'm going to use yellow ochre. It's not gonna work. It's not bright enough. Let's try. Actually, I think I'm gonna try this golden color, but I'm gonna go a little bit with the yellow ochre. So I'm just sort of stippling. Just on these front close ones. I don't want as much texture on these ones. Then I'm going to go in with the green. Thick. Make sure this, sugar. That's a little too Jean. Let's take some off. I want you to be able to notice that it's grass. Of course. Thanks, Joan. I know, Kathy. Love my rake brush. Comes in handy for grass and for bark on trees. If you want to stipple some sand or even stipple texture on rocks, it's a great brush. Love it. Thanks, Tina. Okay, so those are the 3 close ones. So that kind of helps bring these out, make so that we know that they're closer than the other ones. Okay. I think I'll just keep with my rake brush, even though I'm kind of using it to make solid lines. It's a little thinner than my angle brush, so I think it'll work a little better than my angle brush. Could also use a liner brush for this, but I had my rake brush in my hand, so I may as well, right? Just defining the bottom of Thanks, Jillian. Welcome back. Okie dokie. So, all right, I need a fine brush to paint the little and I will use burnt umber. I did not get this done in blue, darn it. All right. Take my rake brush and all right, let's dry that. I just have a couple more shadows to put in and then we're done. I know, we're supposed to get 15 to 20 centimeters tomorrow. Yay! Okay, I think we're good. There we go. Exotic locations. Hey, Marion, missed you coming in, I think. Whoa. Whoa. I know, Jillian. We never usually have snow like this till somewhere before or after Christmas, but what can you do? There's in the picture, there's a person right here, but I'm not putting in the person. I'm just leaving it as an empty valley, whatever it is, tiered grasslands. Thanks. All right, so there's that one. One more prompt, you guys. I think I have time to do it. And then I'm done of my prompts in this book. All right. Yeah. This side. Thanks, Jillian. All right. So, by the way, I guess I should mention on my own stream, for those of you who may be new to our stream, or if you're watching the recording, let me get the link. New Year's Eve, we have a streamathon, and I've got the slots all filled, and it is on my blog. I'm getting the link here now. We start at 5:45, no, 6:45 in the morning of December 31st, Eastern Time Zone. We finish at 5:45. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's tea or if it's rice. Well, it's more like this rice is grown in swamplands, so it must be tea. Rice grown in like swampy, watery fields? They have to look it up. Okay, so that is our Streamathon link right here. So, all right, next up is color. Oh, it's color something. Hold on. What's the prompt? These are from the World Watercolor Month in July prompts. Celebration of color. So I'm going to do this. I hope lovely sunset. Oh, really, CB? Okay, so maybe it is rice then. Oh, all right. I thought rice fields looked more watery than that. Cool. So this is my sunset. So let me get my photo here for you. Yeah, this was Bali, I think. I thought I typed in Bali when I was looking for that. Cool. One moment, please. I just need to blow my nose, so I'm going to mute myself. Okay, I'm back, but I'm trying to find. Oh, I did what Manicam support told me to do, and it's still not letting me. Okay, hold on. Let me see what happens here. Hey, Zandra. I you got painted one until I see if I can find. It won't let me open my objects. So Manicam's being a pain. Actually, I don't think it's Manicam. I think the issue is that I updated my OS, my Mac operating system, and Manicam just not behaving with it. Party people be calling. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Z had to go just as you were arriving. Whew. Yes, Z, Nick, and Tina, they're going to stream after Dee Dee on our stream-a-thon because Cece wasn't sure she could, whether she was going to be able to or not. So, all right. One more, and then the prompts are finished. Woohoo! So, I need to make my horizon line. Oh, hold on. Didn't have enough of it. Oh. Come on, get in there, you. There we go. To jiggle it to get the lead in when it finishes one lead. Okay. Let's do that again because my lead was not there. A little more than half. Or a little less than half, I should say. All right. Alrighty. I'm going to switch out my palettes because I have a completely different set of colors that I'm going to need. So, I am going to need this. Oh, for goodness sakes, I can never read these. I've got to make a better swatch. I want to make them, I want to put them into my color wheel, split primary color wheel order. So I need to do that and then do another swatch. So cadmium red light. So I'm going to use cadmium red light, then the cadmium red light, Titian red, and then quinacridone lilac, I think. And then I'll add a little neutral tint to the quinacridone violet for the horizon people. So, Monique, we're getting 6 to 8 inches tomorrow, they say. 15 to 20 centimeters. Yesterday, they said less than 10 centimeters, and overnight it was updated to a snowfall warning and 15 to 20 centimeters, which is 6 to 8 inches. Hey, Orla! So, Orla, I just finished painting this one, which was Exotic Locations. And now I'm doing color. Oh, for goodness sake. See, my brain is on slow mode. Celebration of color. So I figured a sunset's the best way to have a celebration of color. All right. So I need to mix my colors first. All right. So Teaching Red. Cadmium Red Light, which is another warm red. Well, the Teaching Red's really an orange, more of an orange. Cad Red Light is your warm red, so it's an orangey red. Oh, shoot. Oh, well. Good thing it's my last painting for today because I just put my dirty brush in the clean water, but we should be all right. All right, and then quinacridone violet. That may be a little too red, violet. Okay, I'm going to look at the violet and a little bit better for what I want. Yeah, and it's dark. Maybe I need to mix both of those. All right, where's my little... This is all watercolor paper that I cut the split the color wheel out of, so I'm just going to use them to test. All right, maybe I need to mix them both. Trying to transfer one from one bowl to the next. I'm going to use my silver black velvet because it absorbs it all right up quick as anything. And then move it into that bowl. And let's see if mixed together they make a better one color than I want. Actually, now that it's drying down, that violet is what I want. See, once it dries down, you have to wait till it dries. Okay, so just the violet, not the quinacridone violet. Quinacridone violet is too bright. All right. So I want the violet. See, I don't know these paints well enough yet to know what I'm going to get. All right. So violet. Violet it is. It looks very bright there, but it will it dries down nicely. Okay. All right, so I'm going to wet the whole thing. Still there's a little bit of yellow in that water, but that's okay. That won't hurt anything. Purple will cover it. The water's very still for the most part, so you're going to get a fairly similar reflection. Up towards me, there's a few like just light waves where it's coming into the sand, but all right, so it starts off up here. It's not the one I meant to use. I should have one in between. Where's my in between one? Here it is. All right. Actually, I do think I need my larger one. Getting a little mud there because that red's a little red, bluey purple. All right, good. And then some of the purple here spreads out into that. I need to pick up some of this because it's a little too much color. Whoops. I need to dry that because it's not going to blend right if I keep going at it. Before I dry it, I'm just going to pick up a little bit of this color here. Went back in, but with a little too much color. I don't want it to look like clouds though, so I'm going to go back in with my brush, just damp but clean, and smooth out those so it doesn't look like it is clouds, but it's clouds in the distance that are just kind of fluffy. All right. Now I'm losing that nice blend I had there. All right, I've got to dry it or I'm going to mess it up what I do have. Hi, Brandy. Oh, Orla, sorry. Thanks, Brandy. I'm kind of messing up this page a little bit, trying to get the sunset right. I did so well with the Kremer #1 set with the sunset, but we'll see if I can rescue it here. We'll try and rescue it. So I'm going to take my flat brush and wet the whole thing again. I know you're going to say, well, that's weird. You just dried it. Yeah, I dried it from being half wet. So you need to dry it, let that layer set. And yes, it may move some, but I'm just using a very light touch with my brush to add the water. All right. Get a little more of that bright in there, that more yellowy red. And then a little more of the cad red light as well. Right here. The cad red light is really dark here where it goes to the, not quite like that though, because that's, uh-oh, I just knocked my brush off. Yeah. Hope it's not one I need. Get my keep them under the way there. So now I'm going to go in while it's wet with my detail brush. So that the waves don't look mean. All right, now I'll finish up the clouds. I'm going to dry this out. The color is drying out a lot more than I want, or fading out, I should say. So I'm going to add some more of that dark. And the golden as well. Or Titian, I mean. Well, it's hard to tell because I don't know well enough how much that's gonna dry back. Let's see. If it's too bright, I can pick some up. My nice glass. I have a glass for my clean water and it's a jar that used to have of classico Alfredo sauce in it, but anyway. Oh, cool. Joyce is painting along. Nice. Don't worry. This will make more sense as I get... See that? That's trouble sometimes with some purples. Dries back really, really faint, which in this case is not so bad. I'm going to add a little wee bit of neutral tint to it to make these clouds a little bit darker. Not a lot, just a little bit to deepen up the violet a little bit. Oh, and which one was the... Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah. Where's my neutral tint? Oh, yeah, my neutral black. They call it neutral black. Okay, and my purple. So I'm going to take that violet and add a little more in there. And I mix in here just to make sure my binder and my pigment is nicely mixed. And then I'm going to take just a little bit. I'll start with small amounts because I don't know how much this is going to affect it. Well, that wasn't enough. I know that. So there's my neutral tint. A little more. There we go. All right, I think that's color I want. I don't know, but we shall see. Now I'll go in with my brush along the edges, soften up the edge, top edge especially. It's not quite the color I want, but anyway, whatever. There's my... I forgot to take in a roll of paper towel again, so I'm stuck with like napkins that I have sitting here on my desk. I'm going to try pulling up a little bit of this because it's too dark. Oh, and that's giving it nice texture too. Sometimes there's happy accidents, you know? So over here, I'm just kind of dry brushing some clouds. Then I'll go back in, soften them up a little bit. All right. Now don't worry, once I get my landmass in here, it will really help define things. So I'm going to do that next. So I'm going to go in with my neutral black here. And I can't see my line anymore, unfortunately. So I'm going to take my paper. This is my, doesn't go to a very good point. So I'm going to switch to my detail brush here. Now that I can at least kind of see where I want to paint, I can go back in. Oh, I missed, oh, Brandy. Well, it'll be interesting to see if I like all my convenience colors that I've ordered from Shinhan and M-Gram. Shall be interesting. I ordered 2 new palettes because I'm going to do a mixture of M-Gram and Shinhan because there are colors that are quite different. That's going to need another layer. All right, so while that's drying, I need to fix the reflections here because these clouds need to reflect down here. So and it's looking a little muddy because I'm going over the orange, but nothing I can do about that. Oh, that's messed up. turn it. Oh, it was my flat brush I knocked down. I have another one here. Let's try my fan brush, see if I can soften this up a little bit. Let's just wet the whole thing. Let's see if that'll... I need to go back in and put my waves back in because they got messed up. All right. I think that's dry enough to put another layer of the black on there. Or neutral tint. That really is what it is. I still think I prefer my mix of ultramarine. It's not as flat as this. But that's why I'm testing to see what I like and what I don't like. These are the neutral tint's great for darkening colors, but I don't like it just as a black. But let's add a little bit of the purple to it and see what happens. See if that gives it a little bit of life. Oh, that's better. It actually makes it darker, a little more vibrancy. Not straight as possible because water levels off. And I was wet here and I actually touched it, dang it. So it's running down. I'll pick most of it up if I can, because that won't be reflecting in the water. Okay. There are two people fishing. Because I made my horizon mountains a little bigger, I'm not going to put them in because I'm just going to mess it up with that sunset at all. Not at all. I may have to do another one another day, so I'm not happy with the sunset. I need to get red in here. Otherwise, it looks silly that there's a red reflection down here and there's no red up in the sky in that spot. To get some red in there, it kind of fell away. That helps make a little more sense. In the first photo, would a 3 be okay to shade in to later erase to get the white glow. Oh, you mean here? Are you doing black and white, or are you doing color, Joycey? In this photo to get this kind of white glow? You're using Neo 2s, right, Joyce? All right, so you're using Neo 2s. I would use a combination of these two that would be similar to what I used in my watercolors. Hold on. I would use, let me find the color names here. Okay, hold on. Where's the color name on it? I can never find the color name. One moment. Hold on. Where's the color name? I know they have the color name on it. Oh, blue. Okay. Hold on. Okay, greenish blue. So I would use the greenish blue and I always forget that the English is the bottom one. The greenish blue and jade green. So I would use greenish blue and jade green and wet your whole page and then, oops, wet the page like I did and then take your paintbrush and take the color off your brush, put it on, then go back with a paper towel when it's not completely wet, but before it's dry, and lift some of it up. And that'll get the mottled color that I got. So the greenish blue and jade green. Those are the two colors that I would use, Joycey. Okay. Leave that. I may go back and try it another day. I may not. Got a few pages left in there for other watercolors, but I am going to start using my larger B paper journal. A friend of mine suggested I should start making some watercolors and get ready for a craft fair in the spring. I might, I do that, but like, it's like putting yourself out there is kind of tough. It was really hard for me to do it for that art contest, and I'm very picky about my watercolor as it is, and like working in this journal has helped because although I still like to have things perfect, like a year ago when 2 years ago when I started this, there's things in this one that I am not happy with, and a couple of years ago I would have ripped it out of my journal because it's not perfect, So I am getting better about, even my trees, I like how they turned out, but there's certain things I really don't like about this. But I've gotten so much better about just letting it be and moving on. If I started working on paintings that I was going to sell, I might lose that freedom. I don't know. because I would not want to sell this. I would never sell this. You know what I mean? But anyway, so, and yet my niece loved my the Christmas. I did a watercolor card for Mom last year for her birthday, and it was a winter bridge scene. And my niece loved it so much when they were cleaning out my mom's room at the home, and Mom had it still hanging up. My niece was like, Jean, do you want this? Because I did it. And I was like, oh, no, that's okay. You can just throw that card out. She goes, oh, no, I'm not throwing it out. She says, if you don't want it, I'm going to frame it. So she has it framed in a little 4x6 frame and has it on the coffee table. But, you know, she loved it. But, so, yeah, you know. So I am going to say goodbye, folks. My voice is getting tired, and I finished my prompts. Yay! So Monday I may even be ready to do something in my journal, in my mixed media journal. Ooh, I may do something mixed media. Hello, is chat moving? Is anyone there? Oh, yeah, Sandra. Okay. All right. We're still, I was worried we weren't still here or something, because no one said anything in the last little while. So thanks everyone for coming. Oh, hey, look what I found at Walmart, you guys. Where's the other? Oh, the other set must have fallen on the floor. Oh, I also have that watercolor with me book to do every day. I found these. They were on the clearance shelf. They're napkins, but look, they have little bits of gold on them. So I'm going to see how these collage. I also have a pack that doesn't have this border, but is stripes and has these same colors and a gold stripe. So I want to see what happens when I collage these. Thanks, Dot. Thanks, Martha. I'm glad you joined us. Bye, Marion, Joan. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye. All right. End the stream.